Hello, this is Mr. Gretzky9966, and I am doing Bryanspaceboy 227's 100 sub contest. He wanted us to show off at least 3 books, our favorite books, and as you can see here in Mr. Action Comics, I had to put in the first appearance of Supergirl's cat, Streaky the Cat, who was, and it's the first use of, oh, I forget the, it was in one of my other videos, but it's the first use of, a particular kryptonite that was used on Streaky to give Streaky his powers. So that's the first appearance of Streaky the Cat. It features the Secrets of the Fortress of Solitude, issue number 261. So I think it was metallic kryptonite? Well, I don't remember, but it was one of millions of colors. You know, it escapes my mind right offhand. I'll probably remember it later after this video is over with. But that's one of my favorite books right there to have. I always wanted to have the first appearance of Streaky the Cat and everything. So then here is the Flash TV special from the 1990. This was basically my introduction. The TV show was my introduction to the Flash universe and had gotten me into the Flash, really into the Flash. I mean, you name it, I watched this show religiously, and I love it, and I had to have, when I found out they did an adaptation of this, I had to have this special Flash issue here. This is like one of my favorite versions of the Flash. Now that he's in the Jay Garrick character in the new TV show, but this is one of the first Flash books that I had to have when I found out they had this adaptation of the Flash. Also on the Flash note, I would have, Brian, put in my first appearance of the Trickster, issue 113 of Flash, but I cannot find, heaven forbid, I don't know which box I stuck it in. I had it out 3 or 4 weeks ago while I was going through some stuff and stuck it in a box, and now I can't, heaven forbid, I don't know what I did with it, but I've got it and everything. So that's just another one that you would probably have to just look up to see, or you've probably seen it in one of my other videos, probably one of my Flash videos. I probably showed it in there. So that's another one of my favorites. That's actually my favorite Flash villain of all time, is the Trickster that came from this TV show that made me fall in love with it, because Mark Hamill was the Trickster back then and also reprised the character as the Trickster in the new show for 2 episodes. And then that one he did a two-parter. I think he did a 2-parter, then he showed up again when they put him on trial, and that he had showed up again and everything. So the girl that Barry knew, who was I guess the bounty hunter that was supposed to bring him in or whatever, he was stalking her again and kidnapped her or something in the TV show here. So that is one of my favorite DC characters of all time, would be the Flash. So anything Flash is going to be something that I would pick up and read, so back in the day. So this is my Flash book right here. Then I'll just show you the issues that I do have right offhand. I had an issue 1 somewhere, and I don't know if I accidentally got rid of it at some point, because I thought I had, and because I had picked these up to complete the series because I was missing some issues here and there, and I don't remember if I had an issue 1, but I finally got an issue 1 on the way. Should be at my post office, but this is my other favorite comics. Is also Our Man from the JSA. Rex Tyler himself. That is the character that I have loved for a long time and everything. I don't know what it was, but I've read this series back in the day. Had some of them, collected some, didn't finish the run, read them all at some point, and then wanted to collect them and have them and all that. And this is just the greatest books and one of the greatest JSA characters, I believe, of all time, in my opinion, which is basically one of the heads of the JSA. I'd also probably throw in Wildcat as another character that I loved in the JSA, but these were probably the best story on him, the 25-issue run of Our Man they did back in 98 or 99, can't remember now. 99. They did back in 98, 99 and all that, and they done some other adaptations. He has showed up in some other books, but mostly this is the one. And then the Showcase, the book I'm really hoping to get next year is Showcase Comics 55. That has Our Man, Dr. Fate, and Solomon Grundy in it. So this is issue 2. Issue 3, some of the greatest cover art there is out there. I believe the cover, can't remember who did the covers, but I know it was Rags Morales. I know was on this book. It was doing a lot of stuff back then, and has done some stuff in the recent. Has started coming back recently, but I think it was Prayer was the writer, I think, and then it was Rags Morales and that, so was on part of this. Then we have issue 4. You just see that great cover art. I just love it. What drew me to wanting to pick up this series, and then the death and life of Our Man. Just some awesome covers here, you know. You can't afford the Golden Age stuff. This modern age Our Man run was the bomb back in the day. Issue 7. Issue 8. Issue 9. All Our Man was he took the pill and he could be a superhero for an hour. Most of these, issue 10, I think the whole series was done by the same people, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they don't remember now. This is issue 11. There, that's the DC 1 million that they did. I don't know. DC 1 million ran in 98, so I don't know why they went back. I guess it was well, I guess it must have been running at the time. Still running, or they did some titles. Ran from 98 to 99 or something, so there it was. Rags Morales. Yeah, Rags was the penciler. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a 390. Whoa. Holy cow. Oh, it was a 295, but 290 book, 250 book. Okay, it's 395 Canadian, okay. It was a 250 book back then. This was 2000 when they did these DC 1 millions. I don't remember why. I thought they were 98. Thought they did the DC 1 million. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that was 0 year. Or the 0 issues. I can't remember. But yeah, this is the guy who did the Rags Morales was the penciler, and the writer was this guy Prayer. I don't even know what his first name is, but his last name was P-E-Y-E-R. That's the guy. But yeah, these DC 1 millions, just look at that. Awesome art. It was just awesome here. Yeah, so these are just like, those two were the DC 1 million. This is 14. Here's 15. Here's the one with the Joker on it, 16. Basically the rest of the Justice League all knocked out. Here's 17. I can't get over how these covers are just so awesome by Rags. And then the other guy that took over for Rags, that's the same writer stayed on. That's Rags left after issue 16. It became Orfellas, I don't know, O-R-F-A-L-A-S, and then Wong was on the book also, was added. Then Morales came back. For some reason, he left on issue 17. I don't know why. You know, back then, people would leave for an issue or something, or they'd get somebody else to do issue 17 because it was a special issue or something. But yeah, this one was awesome. This one was awesome. Had all the JSA on it. Kicking it old school with the JSA. That's awesome. And then we have Judas of the JSA, where he turned on the JSA. Then we have issue 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and there was one other issue I had, but I don't seem to know where it's at, but it's I guess it's a 0 issue. It was the history of the Hour Man. It was a Wizard special, I guess, that came out. Wizard Magazine had come out with the special on it and that. But yeah, this is probably, I'd say, the one of my very best and favorite comic books to read. And I will reread it over and over again over the years. And just love that issue right there. So those are some of the comics there. Some of my favorites right there. And I'll be right back. So here's that issue I was talking about. I just found it. It is the Wizard Free Special Edition. I guess I gave it away. The Making of the Hour Man. This is just so awesome. I love the cover. I love that old school JSA artwork and everything. So that's another book that I love. And the last book I'll show you is a character that I loved for a long time. It's my CGC. Oh, a lot of glare on that. I'll just bring it over here. Yeah, that's my CGC number 9.0 CGC Superman the Man of Steel number 18. The Doomsday Reign of Doom, the Doomsday Death of Superman storyline with Doomsday on it. Not the first comic that I got. Back in the day, I had bought this pretty cheap in that, but I replaced my old issue with this that I had. But the Justice League America number 69 was probably the first comic book that got me into with Doomsday on it. One of the first appearances of Doomsday that I read. I was mostly a Marvel guy at that point, reading a lot of Marvel books from 90 to about December of 92 when that book came out. And I heard that, oh, they're killing off Superman, and I was like, oh man, you know, they're going to kill off Superman. I want to see how that turns out. And I've read a few DC books here and there, some Batman, a few Superman, but not a whole lot. And that's what got me into, for probably the next 10 years, of collecting Superman books. Didn't collect a whole lot back then, from 92 to about when I became a collector. That's what got me to collect. But from 92 to about 2003, didn't collect a whole lot of books, but I had a bunch. I don't even know how many I had, but I know I had about 110 Action Comics at that point. And then moved into... And I didn't collect them like every month they came out, I grabbed a new one. It was like I just grabbed them when I could. And that... and everything. Because we had moved from where I used to live. Moved out of state. When I went to high school. We ended up moving while I was in high school, and didn't really know much about where to find comics. And the same comic shop is still there. Is not there in my old hometown my parents moved back to. They had moved locations, but they have 9 locations now. I don't know how many they had back in 92, but they had added 9 locations to this day. And probably one of the bigger shops in the Chicagoland area in that. But this here is one of my pride and joys of my collection to have. Doomsday, one of my favorite characters of all time in Superman. So it's probably like Trickster, Superman, and Juggernaut are probably like my 3 and that. So it's Doomsday, Trickster, and Juggernaut are probably my 3 favorite villains of all time. But to get back to your contest here, get off my little rant. Congratulations on 100 subs. Hope you get 100 more. And keep doing what you're doing. Love your videos. Love watching them. Thanks for watching mine and everything. And it's just an honor to be part of your contest. And good luck to everybody who enters. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.